Right, so what we're going to do now is line up and pin some longer lengths of fabric. So I'm making some culottes here. I've got 2 separate panels and I'm going to stitch the crotch seam together. It doesn't really matter what it is. This applies equally to everything. So what you would never do is start pinning at one end and finish pinning at the other end, because what you will end up doing is the top layer of fabric will always stretch a little bit more if things don't line up perfectly. Guaranteed, by the time you get to the other end, you will not have 2 equal pieces anymore. So what we always do is pin the very beginning and pin the very end, so you know where you need to end up. So I always put my pins perpendicular to the stitch line. Now I know that not everybody does that. I know some people put them lengthways, but you don't know yet which way you're going to sew. So if you put them one way, you might just find they're pointing with their heads towards the sewing machine. So perpendicular to me is the way to go. So we've done the ends. Now we're going to line up whatever seams we have. So I've got the crotch seams here, so I'm just going to line those up, put a pin through there. Okay, if you have any darts, line those up too. I've got some notches, so obviously they get lined up. Got a notch on that side. Oh, I didn't cut one on that side. Okay, not to worry, you get the basic idea. So then, now that we've anchored all those points down, now we're going to ease the rest of the fabric in. So you could be lucky and it could be 2 fabric pieces that literally just fold together because they are exactly the same length, in which case you just pull the raw edges together and pin. I'm also going to put a pin in this curve here. I know it's quite a short piece, but curves can get stretched out otherwise. Okay, so on this one where I've got a longer piece where I don't have a notch for some reason, I'm just going to gently line them up. Now it'd be a different matter if you had a sleeve at this point to put in, because you will have 2 opposing curves and it's likely not that they're not even exactly the same size, and then you ease things in. So what you do is, once you've got all your anchoring points, you try as much as possible to lay things on top of each other so they fall into place, which you might just have to gently maneuver, like stretch a little bit and push a little bit until it all fits in. Okay, so that's called easing. You're not stretching anything out of proportion or really wrecking the fabric by stretching on the bias. You're just gently making the raw edges line up with each other. So now that we've got this whole length all pinned in, we can stitch.